January 14th, 2012. I'm about to take a walk to the post office. It's very frosty this morning. It's about 30, well, it's 40 degrees now. Here we're coming to the first bend of the road. Off to the left goes to our other neighbors. You can get a little bit of a sense of a steep hill. Coming up to the main road that leads down to town. Still have a little ways to go uphill and then downhill. I just came up this road and now I can hear the river, and here is the electronic gate. It used to be just a regular gate, locked with the padlock, and you had to get out and do a combination or a key. Now we have the luxury of just sitting in our car and using the zapper and opening the door. I love what our neighbor did here. Rather discouraging to trespassers. I'm at the top of the hill now, getting ready to head down this path. It's about a half mile now to town. Here's a look going up the hill. It's going to be very steep going home. Good exercise though. One does hear planes around here every once in a while. Almost everybody disregards the speed limit, although you can't go too fast on this road, probably about 20 miles an hour. Coming up to the one-room schoolhouse where grades kindergarten through 6th grade are taught. There's the schoolhouse. You can see the bell tower at the top. It's still very frosty here in the shade. And that's the main street heading through town. You can barely see the general store there. A lot of potholes here, you have to be careful driving. Oh, and they're geese. They always greet me when I go by. Here's the main road of town, which I crossed to get to that little building over there, which is the post office. This is also a very nice campground. Here's the main street of town. River Rest, very nice place. James and I stayed there in our Airstream trailer before we actually moved into the barn. So there's the post office. Thank goodness for the post office. Mail still goes out. Okay, done at the post office and getting ready to walk home. Uphill for a good half mile, and then finally I'll get some relief on the downward slide heading to the barn. So here we go, back the way we came. which of course looks entirely different going in the other direction, so I'll bore you with yet more footage. You see on the way down that are kind of interesting. Warning people to go slowly, which they don't do necessarily, but the sign is there in case you do. Lots of signs advising you not to trespass and to drive slowly. And then the usual barking dog that always greets me as I walk by. This is a very steep hill. And yes, I will be walking slowly. Breathing a little heavy, but it's getting easier every day. I've been doing this. This is the third time this week. On up the hill, but I think this is a neat tree. This hill is very steep up here on the right. This gives you a little bit of an idea. And back at the top of the hill, at the crossroads or near the gate, some neighbors of ours are playing basketball from another house. A lot of people have ATVs like this. And there's a service road going up the hill, and here's our residential road that leads to the gate. It's all downhill from here, hooray. Another half mile to get home. James and I put this greenery here. It was very festive with poinsettia during Christmas. Here's a little walk around for those that are on foot. And now we go on down the hill. I'm coming up on the section of road that you probably can't tell from the video, but I'm going to tell you anyway, is the most challenging to get up in the snow. It's just steep enough and rutted enough to be inconvenient. Of course, we haven't seen any snow. But anyway, let's give you an idea here. Right here is where we've gotten stuck several times. Coming up to some old artifacts from hydraulic mining days. Some of the flume pipe rusted. It's been here for well over 100 years, I think. And here we are. Paradise.